Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Alex back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at how I got my car sponsored and how you can possibly get your car sponsored as well. I do have a couple of sponsorships here. You can see on the screen Sabon Carbon, Heritage Wheels, and Rapsesh AZ, and we're going to go through the process I went through to get these. Let's begin. So first off, this is my 2013 Hyundai Genesis Coupe. I have it fully sponsored with carbon fiber from Sabon Carbon, the wheels from Heritage Wheels, as well as the wrap from Rapsesh AZ. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go through and you want to basically have some type of following on your social media. You want to have either TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, something along those lines, YouTube, something that shows that you have some type of following and you're part of the community. You want to have that presence in the community on social media. Now, one thing I can recommend is you want to have a positive influence on the community as well. So you want to make sure that on your social medias that you're being positive and not super negative, because you're going to be representing these companies and these brands. And you want to make sure that when you respond to people, either in comments or on pages or anything like that, you're being more positive than negative, because sponsorships will go ahead and take a look at your page, look at your social medias, and make sure you're interacting with the community in a positive way. Because when they give you products, they want to make sure that you're representing their brand in a positive light. So one of the things you can do actually after you have built up a small following on social media, no matter the entity it is, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, whatever, you're going to want to figure out what companies you want to work with. Now, I recommend working with companies that you actually believe in. So one of the companies I truly believed in and I loved the parts they have was Sabon Carbon. So I noticed that a lot of people didn't have the Sabon trunk or diffuser, and I was like, well, I have a car that can possibly represent them and their product, and you know, I'm not seeing this product everywhere, so this would be a good way for me to say, hey, I can put this on my car and show it off for you guys. What I did is I went ahead and I actually had my car bagged first, so I had some type of modification to show them I was serious, and I'll go ahead and pull up a picture here real quick. All right, so this is what my car looked like first. So I went ahead and actually purchased the bags with my own money and then had them installed, so that way when I reach out to these companies, they could see at least I had one major modification, and it kind of gave them proof, hey, I'm gonna actually build this car to make it look really good. And so what I did is bagged it, and then I went and found these companies that I wanted to work with. And so what I went ahead and did is I wanted to write up a proposal before I started reaching out to these companies. So first off, what I did, I forgot the template I found this on, or whose website had it, but basically what I did is wrote out who I am, what interests me with cars, how I got into it, a little bit about myself, so the company knew who I kind of was as I was introducing myself. And then I'll pull that up real quick as well. All right, so here's my proposal. This is what I was giving them. I gave them some background about me, growing up, how I got into cars, how I communicate with the car scene, how I'm following, as well as I'm a photographer. So I'm kind of explaining myself and how I can possibly benefit working with the company, how I can provide them high quality photos because I know how to take pictures, how I can represent them in the car community at car meets, at car shows. Now, unfortunately, I did all of this right before COVID hit. Like, it was literally days before as the car finished, or actually I think the day of, and then everything closed down. But basically, giving them some type of background to you is very helpful because the company wants to know who you are and who is going to be representing their products. So with this, I gave them all of that info, and then I was upfront. I did let them know I will be reaching out to other companies to let them know, hey, I want to be sponsored as well. So I let them know there was certain companies as I was going to be reaching out to on top of them. And I also had my car rendered by a graphic designer of what I wanted the car to look like. And so I sent that as well as some images of the car bagged, as you saw earlier. So that way they had some type of representation of my goals and how I wanted the car to look, as well as I had kind of a representation of my photos. Now, you do want to add your contact information. A lot of people forget this. Add your contact information, phone number, name, email address, and social media. And then you want to go down as well is list the events you're planning to go to. So that way they know you're planning to hit these shows to represent their products, right? So I put Tuner, Evo, WECFest, Hot Import Nights, and then multiple others. I couldn't remember at the time, but I put local meets as well, so that way the local community would be shown the products. Then what I did is put desired part lists. So I did let the company know these are the desired parts that I'm looking to get from their company to put onto my car. I put exact, details of the products, and then underneath it, I did put my current part list, which was very small at the time, that only the airlift suspension, and then current sponsors, I had none. Now, when you start accruing sponsors, you want to update that and make sure you have the sponsors that you've been approved for already. And once you go ahead and get that done, what you can go ahead and do is you can go to different, manufacturers that you want to work with, or different companies that you want to work with. So you go to Sabon, you will want to go to their either Instagram and click on their email, or you'll want to go to their website itself, which we can go there for an example real quick. All right, so once we get to Sabon's website, for example, what you want to do is find a support button. So most companies have a support button where you can find an email. So you can always go to frequently asked questions. Some companies will have a sponsorship area. It says, do you sponsor? And if so, how do I qualify? You can click that, and it gives a detailed description of how you can actually get sponsored. Now it says email sponsorship@saboncarbon.com with a written proposal, recent photos of your car and magazine content, etc. So basically what I was telling you guys exactly, this is what you do. And this is with every company, and with every company, it's just going to be like, where do you find the email? So this one's presented right here really cleanly. Sabon's a very large company, so they do it very professionally, but some companies you do have to sometimes find a contact email. Just click contact and you can see their email for general information. What I do is, if I'm not sure about the email, if it's an info at X, Y, and Z company, what I would do is send an email asking, hey, my name is Alex. Do you guys have any sponsorships open? And if you do, what email can I send my proposal to? And usually they reply and give you the email and say yes or no. And that's pretty much it. You reach out to each company. You do want to be professional though. Try to be as professional as possible. Don't reach out to them on Instagram being like, hey, are you guys giving out free stuff? Hey, asking silly questions on Instagram isn't a professional look. Companies want somebody that represents themselves professionally. So you definitely don't want to just message people on Instagram or comment on Instagram or, silly stuff like that. You want to be professional, send a proposal via email, and, represent yourself in a professional manner. So one thing I noticed is when people ask me, how did you get a sponsorship? How do you get a sponsorship? It's extremely easy. You just have to ask, but you have to be, again, professional about asking. Now, some people will shoot you down, which is fine. Ask multiple companies. Now, only ask companies you truly believe in though. Like I said earlier, you want to represent a company that you believe in because you want to enjoy that product not only, but you also want to make sure that you're representing them in a positive light, right? And enjoy doing it. If you don't like the company, it's going to be very difficult for both parties, and you don't want that. Another common question I actually got asked about my sponsorship is like, what was the percentage I got off of my parts, or did I get them for free? Now, a lot of this stuff I did not get for free. It was a partial sponsorship. 90% of companies that sponsor cars will give you a partial sponsorship. Now, partial doesn't always mean 50% off. So a partial sponsorship means they're going to give you the product, but they are going to give you a discount. The percentage depends on each company. So for Sabon example, and this isn't how much Sabon gave me, but let's say Sabon gave me a 50% discount on each of the parts that I bought. Well, that's Sabon. But for the wheels, let's say they only do 35%. So I only got like $1,000 or $1,500 off of the wheels. So as you get approved, they will tell you, hey, you got approved. We would like to work with you. You get X amount off of this product, and then you can agree to accept or deny it. If you have any additional questions about these sponsorships or anything like that, leave that comment in the comments down below. I'll go through and answer them if you guys have any questions, or maybe if I didn't touch on anything, let me know and I'll answer it. But other than that, if you want, you can go ahead and watch a couple more of these videos I have posted right here. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff really helps push the channel out. Trying to get 100 subscribers. I know it's not a lot, but anything helps at this point. Until next time, peace out.